Thursday morning. I don't really know where to start. Yesterday was a really long day, but we found where the bull was bedded, and there was not very much blood. I think it's a liver shot, so we looked around a little bit, decided we need to back out. He's definitely hurt, like he's dead. It's just, we just gotta find him now. But we grab our packs, we're getting ready to head out, and I look down as we're walking out, and there's Gary's arrow. And it's covered in blood. So that's where we're at now. So we're back the next morning. It's Thursday morning. We're going to try to recover this bull. We have heard some bugles around us, so, you know, if we can get this bull recovered, get him in the cooler, like, there's an opportunity we might be able to make some more things happen today. Mason still has a cow tag, and now Gary's son, Keaton, is with us, and he can shoot either sex as well. So first priority, find this bull, and then we'll see where it goes from there. But pretty exciting night last night. I don't know what the video is going to look like. It's probably going to be just a mismatch of just different clips, but it's pretty exciting, and hopefully we get a decent result. Did the one just bed?
They're 30 yards.
No, they're both still there.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose. Packs on, I guess. Go in there and get to looking before it starts warming up too much.
Yep. The old white flag salute.
Yeah. See ya.
Yeah.
That's where I get next night.
Shoot, both those bucks were good.
have my phone right now because we are in full tracking mode trying to find this bull. It's probably about 1:45. I'd say we started at around 7, maybe even a little bit before. There's 4 of us. We are gridding the hell out of this area, and we haven't turned him up yet. Really, really disappointing. I was really confident we were going to come back in here and find this guy within a couple hundred yards of where we last saw him last night, and that has not been the case. So I don't know, I think one of the next things I do might be to head up to the road and just start looking for birds or something like that. We have covered a ton of ground. I mean, it's been close to 5 hours. We took one little break for some water and, granola bar, and then we got right back on it. So, man, I don't know. I'm trying to stay optimistic. Hope this turns out. But it's starting to warm up too. So at this point, even if we do recover him, I don't know. I don't know what the meat situation will be like. But gotta keep going. See what we can do. Yeah, I should mention that we did have elk all around us this morning, bugling. Mason and Keaton saw a bull with a cow. Later they saw a spike and a cow and a calf come over the hill. I had a bull raking a tree at like 40 yards maybe. Well, he was raking a tree. He was probably at 60, but then I called and he came in to probably about 40, 45 yards. I didn't get great video just because I didn't want to expose myself. So you can see him through the trees. I could see him really well. I just don't know how well the camera could see him. So there was a little bit of time spent on that this morning. Like if we had a chance for Keaton or Mason to get an elk, we didn't want to pass that up. But outside of that, we've just been searching the entire time. So keep looking. So we were just trying to call to the bull and at least one cow that was up over this ridge right here in the ravine behind this. And I don't know, we must have called for like 20 minutes or something. And the boys just gave us the it's all over signal. So I'm not sure what happened. If we just spooked him, if they took off running, or if he came out. Mason said he was at 175 yards, but I don't know what happened, but they're on their way back.
He just poked his head and looked, that's all he did.
Oh, but he got up. I mean, that's
Yeah, he got out of his
significant. You didn't see anything else?
bed. Nothing. I barely even saw him at first. It was just his antlers. And then that was right when you guys quit calling. And he got up out of his bed, he must have. And then I told you guys to keep going. And
Oh, you did?
I was trying to. Did you?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
you
got
read
it.
that.
Yeah.
Never mind. I'm sorry. And then he just kept poke his head out, look, listen, and he kind of turned back. And I just like, well, he's not gonna come. So
Yeah, and that's a good call because we don't need to ruin it for later
yeah,
if we're gonna have a chance with that. But
I mean, it tells us that he's still in there, and
yep.
but it just kind of sucks because now we can't really go over there and check.
Well, I think the probability of him being over there is really low, but it was just really kind of just check it off the list.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's your call, Gary, but
I can't
believe, and I probably will be completely wrong, but I just think he's just going to want to keep just going.
I agree with that. That's what maybe at this point then maybe we move down and then start searching the lower half.
Yeah. Oh, down.
Yeah.
Down.
Just kind of pick up where we stopped this morning, and maybe the first thing we do is do some glassing and then head down in.
Yeah, I don't know how much the very bottom has been walked out.
Up here, it's all been walked out.
All the way down to these.
To
all
where,
the way down
to where
to
you
where.
came up and met us.
Okay. We walked out.
From that point, it hasn't been. But yeah, like I went, other than right there at the tip of this ridge right there, because I went in just about where we were. So right there, that little Y right there. But I guess if we come back up
to that
Mason did
Yeah.
Okay.
this morning.
So
That's
it's
where
been
I
walked.
met up with you this morning.
It's been walked in. So. This wallow is just getting hammered. Wow. So, keep moving. All right. Second half of the day, I think it's close to 2 o'clock. We're still looking for Gary's elk. We're searching the bottom half of the ravine. I mean, this place is huge, but there's 4 of us, so we're trying to do everything we can to cover every inch. And I mean, it's thick too, but at least I'm gonna get a little bit of a reward for the effort. So, pretty cool little shed. Might take just a minute to see if I can find the match, but that makes the effort a little bit more worthwhile. We're headed in. It's about 5 o'clock. We've got a bull up this canyon. Called him earlier today. He popped out, but he wouldn't come. So we're gonna give him an evening setup and see if we can make this happen. Here we go. Gary and I set up about 50 yards behind Keaton and Mason. Keaton was the shooter if the bull came in, and Mason was the shooter if a cow came in. We didn't think the bull would want to climb the hill to the left, so the middle ridge just seemed like a very natural path for him to take if he came to the calls. We called for over 20 minutes. He responded right at the beginning with the bugle and then went completely silent. We knew we only had a couple of hours before we lost light, so we decided to get aggressive, which also meant not messing around with any cameras. I climbed the hill to the left to get as close to the bull as possible, and I motioned for Keaton to come over with me. I would move to the crest of the hill and challenge bugle and cow call, and the bull would start to come my way as if he was going to come and meet me. Then I would drop back to Keaton and keep calling, but every time I dropped back, the bull would drop back as well. We repeated this several times. Eventually, Keaton and I both moved up as far as we could without getting spotted, and Mason moved to the middle ridge because there were some cows in the mix as well. But unexpectedly, another big bull came over the ridge and actually kicked the bull we were calling to out of his spot.
It's really a bummer that we didn't have any cameras other than Mason's cell phone, because at this point the bulls were screaming back at us, raking trees and raking the ground. They were really getting fired up. At one point, the big 7-point came to the top of the ridge 30 yards above Mason and didn't even know Mason was directly below him. If I could have kept calling, he would have walked down on top of Mason, but he had me pegged so I couldn't move. I was laying flat on my side in the grass just hoping he didn't see me. When the bull moved back, we continued to call, but what we didn't realize was that the original bull hadn't left. It had been hanging out on the top of the ridge above us, and he finally got to the point where he just couldn't take it anymore. Mason caught it on his phone where the bull finally breaks, mule kicks, and rakes the ground as he came running in. It's hard to see, but if you watch the lower left part of the screen, you'll see Keaton just before he shoots. It's Friday morning. This is our last day. We're heading in. Keaton shot a bull last night, like 10 minutes before shooting light was over. And so we couldn't find the arrow. We couldn't look for the bull or do anything. So heading back in to take care of that today, see what we can find. It was crazy last night, and almost none of it is on video, unfortunately. It was just too hard to have a camera, try to work the elk. There's elk on the skyline right there. They just went out of sight. I just missed them. So what I was gonna say is, so most of last night's not on video, unfortunately, but it's pretty crazy. We had bulls coming in, going out, coming in, some cows, and like I said, we got an opportunity right at the end of the night. So sorry, just trying to keep track of what's going on here. So I don't really know how to explain it all, other than, like I said, Keaton got a shot right at the end of the night. We spent most of the day looking for Gary's bull. Unfortunately, we have not found that, but also right at the end of the night, Mason spotted something that looked like it was either dead or hurt. But again, it was so dark, we really couldn't confirm that. So we're going to be checking that out this morning also. So last day, I still have a white-tailed doe that I'd like to try to get. So after we look for things this morning, there's more on the horizon. Okay, I'm gonna end this. I can give more of an explanation later. We didn't find Keaton's arrow, but we know it was nothing more than a muscle hit. That elk is gonna be fine. It never feels good to see an elk get wounded, but Keaton's never shot an elk before. This will be a good, experience that will make him a better hunter going forward. And that's what we gotta take away from it. We also looked in one more spot for Gary's bull, and nothing. So we're not necessarily done on that part, but this is the last day, so at least for us, they can continue looking when they get a chance. But we're heading out of here. There was a bunch more elk moved in there, but I think we're done hunting elk for this trip, at least for Mason and I. Unless a cow walks in front of Mason, we're gonna shift our focus to see if we can fill our deer tags before we go, or maybe get lucky enough to have a bear give us an opportunity. Beautiful morning. Give more of an update later. Well, that's gonna do it. We're getting everything packed up.
I got everything back.
Oh,
Thanks to me.
okay, that's gonna do it. We're just finishing up packing everything up, getting ready to head out. So we're leaving with a bull and a deer. My first bull, Mason's first ever archery kill. A lot of memories, some lessons learned, just and a lot of good a lot of good laughs, which is probably the most important piece, honestly. So we got a long drive home, but just an incredible trip like it always is. So thankful to be able to have this opportunity. Wrapping up the Montana trip 2025. See you down the road.
Just shot an elk. Been following a blood trail. Can't believe it happened quick. And we just got over here. And we are struggling to find him. Sorry about the wind.